Hi Taurus, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tawana. Today we're doing a reading for you. It is relevant to you if you have a Taurus placement as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. And with that said, I've already shuffled the cards and pulled them, so let's jump in. The first card we have is Shock of the New, and this card came out in the last set of readings in the Aquarius reading and the Pisces reading. So if you haven't seen those videos and you have those placements, you should go watch them. Also, some of the same cards from the Aquarius and the Pisces reading are coming out in this reading. So yeah, I recommend going to watch that if you resonate with this reading, because it feels like a continuation of a story. All right, so let's jump in. Shock of the New talks about doing something in a brand new way, breaking patterns, breaking past cycles, needing to do something differently because you are different. Not repeating cycles because you have grown from those cycles. So we have the Two of Wands and we have the Wheel of Fortune, which syncs up with the Shock of the New. So you want something to change, or you have decided that something is changing. You have either decided this in the past or you are deciding it at this point. Like something has to change here. You may not know how it's going to change, but you know that it has to change. So the reason why I say you may not know how it's going to change is because beside that, we have the Two of Swords and we have the Nine of Cups. So something about your fulfillment. Something has to change for your fulfillment, for your happiness. Something has to change because your fulfillment is what matters. Something it will have to change because you're only trying to be this. Like you're trying to be this, not anything else. The Nine of Cups energy is got what I wanted, or got what I want, got my wish, feeling extremely satisfied because of that wish. Yeah, I feel like you're making some kind of decision on something has to change. And I'm adamant that this is what I want. Some of us in the collective, because I'm a Taurus sun as well, being so adamant about what the change looks like, whether that's good or bad. So that's just something to be aware of, how stubborn you are about how you want something to look. But you want something to change. It is your wish for something to change in order for you to move forward with it, in order for you to feel comfortable enough to move forward with it. Then beneath that, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Pentacles. So, okay, the universe is giving you some kind of opportunity, right? Some kind of beginning, whether that be a tangible 3D beginning in the form of a new job, or it's just giving you some kind of opportunity. I'm inclined to say this is related to a person, but this won't be about a person, even though we have the romance card. We'll get to this into the rest of the later parts of the reading, but you're being offered the potential of something new. That's what the aces are. It's a seed. And since we have the Six of Pentacles, it feels like this is something that you like, you have to balance out with someone else. But it's like you're looking at this brand new beginning as like, pause. Like, is this something that I really want? Like, I feel like this is resistance to accepting whatever new beginning you're being given by the universe maybe because you made some kind of decision about something about this beginning changing, or something about, we also have the unfinished symphony here. So if this is between you and somebody else, or this is about something that you were doing, like a previous job that you were doing, it feels like being so adamant that this time around, if I'm supposed to do this thing with this person or do this job again, I've made my decisions that these are all the things that I want to change this time. Like, I'm not going through all of the things that I went through last time. In order for me to even think about receiving this seed, whatever this opportunity is, it reminds me so much of the past that I need to be sure before I move ahead that it will satisfy me, because I'm not investing in Six of Pentacles anything that is not satisfying, which is why I'm in the Hanged Man energy, and I'm not accepting and I'm not making a move yet, because I'm really sussing out what this beginning is, because I'm not repeating anything that I've been through in the past. That's this kind of energy, and being very adamant about that. And Spirit is saying, remain positive, Taurus. Just because you've experienced this in the past, maybe things have been unreciprocal between you and somebody else, or if this is about a business or a job, maybe things have been unfair, unbalanced. You put so much in, you get so little out. So if an opportunity to do it again is coming up, you're like, wait, hold on, I'm not doing that again. I don't want to do that again. So that's the energy that I'm getting from Unfinished Symphony. The advice is remain positive. So I'm kind of getting the feeling that you're being kind of nudged. Sorry. You're being nudged to do something again, or to finish something. If it's not even doing it again, even though it feels like you're getting an opportunity to do it again, it's not even necessarily about, maybe let's just say you don't even accept this opportunity, but it's about closing out this cycle, like closing out this symphony between you and this job, you and this person, you and this. It's an opportunity to do something new. Now, however you use that opportunity is up to you. If you're going to use the opportunity to create a brand new environment or experience, that's your choice. If you're going to use this opportunity to put a final nail in the coffin and close this cycle or close this chapter, then that's up to you. But it feels like it's just an opportunity for the universe, for you to do what you will, because we all have free will. So yeah, that's what I feel. Remain positive. All right. Okay. Moving into the next row, we have beyond the mind, the heart beats. And I'm laughing because I got this really adamant energy in this first column. Like, I'm not doing this again unless this fulfills this, and this criteria, and this specification is met, and this is crossed off the list. And that feels very mental to me. It feels very logical to me. It feels very in the head space. And this card is almost like reminding you, like, okay, Taurus, you have all of these things that you have as checklists, or you have as requirements, or you have to protect yourself possibly from not repeating a cycle, because I mean, who wants to repeat a cycle? But sink into your heart, like let your heart lead the way a bit. Like, what is your heart telling you? Because the mere fact that this card is out on the table means that your heart is saying something else. So your head feels like it's saying one thing. And that's funny because I was just brought back to this card and the visuals of this card, and there's so much going on with this person's head and their throat chakra. So maybe the words that are coming out of your mouth and the thoughts that you have really conflict with the things that you feel. And I think your guides or spirit, ancestors, whoever, whatever you believe in, is really asking you right now, this month, whenever you're watching this reading, okay, like, we get that. We get that you don't want to repeat certain things, and that's good and that's cool. But what is your heart saying? What's your heart saying? Because something's not lining up. Your head may be saying something, but your heart feels like it's saying something different. And I feel like they both have valuable input. So jumping into the tarot, we have the 5 of Swords and we have the 10 of Pentacles. Are you in some kind of ego battle with someone? Or some kind of tiff with someone? This is you moving slowly and stubbornly. Even though it feels like you're carrying, it feels like the weight of moving so slowly is burdening you, is burdensome to you. Because this is you. This is Taurian energy right here. Being very disciplined, being very determined. We have the Strength and the High Priestess. So having to have courage in trusting your intuition, which is even further syncs up with your head, is telling you one thing, but your heart and your intuition is leading you in another direction. And that may be really, really challenging. That may be really, really challenging to follow your intuition when your mind is telling you to go this way and your intuition is telling you to go that way. That may be what this 10 of Wands is. So this is you. I'm going to move really, really slow right now. And I feel like you should. I'm going to move really, really slow right now because I don't know if I should be trusting my intuition because it's hard to trust it right now, or I should be trusting my logic and not moving forward with something because I don't want to repeat anything that I've been through in the past. Wow. Okay, Taurus. So is this a battle of wills that you're having with someone? If this is a battle of wills that you're having with someone, let's just say this is, okay, I'm going to talk about 2 scenarios. Let's just say this is romance, like this card says. This person feels really impactful to you. This card talks about like legacy, family, commitment. So this could be someone who you have a commitment with, who you have like history, like legacy, family. If you haven't had that with them, you have the potential of having that with them. Or it feels like on a spiritual, on a soul level, this person could be soul family to you, because I'm getting a lot of, I'm going to go into this, but there's a card on the board that makes me feel like something is more ethereal. So this feels like having a battle of wills with like family, like you guys are family anyway, or this person feels like family, feels like soul family. If this is about a business, this is having like conflict or disagreements or squabbles with like the people you work with, or even your family, having squabbles with your family, maybe over money, over compensation, over time investment, or whatever the squabble is, and having to move really slowly because you're not sure what to do next, or if you should really accept an opportunity or give more to a business, give more in this family dynamic. Even though your intuition is telling you one thing, your logic is like, nah, Taurus, don't invest anything else. It's going to be same story, different cast. Okay. So the advice that we have is you're going to have to make a decision. Fork in the road. But fork in the road talks about decisions. Yes, but it also talks about decisions and being very aware of the consequences. So you're going to have to make a decision here, Taurus. And I feel like this card talks about the decision getting easier if you sink into the heart space, because it talks about the heart and the mind being both of good value, but really and truly the author talks about the mind serving the heart. Like truly how it's supposed to be is the heart gives you the direction and the mind submits to that direction that the heart is giving. And that's how they work together as a team. And I feel like that's kind of the advice for you. I know it says romance, but I don't feel like this will be a romantic situation for everyone. I feel like this is just something that resonates in the heart space. And about coming together with other people or another person. But yeah, regardless, there's going to have to be a decision made in this scenario, and carefully evaluating consequences of whatever your decision is. All right. So what is your intuition telling you is what I would ask. It honestly feels like having to use both to your benefit. Use your logic and use you, because I mean you can't just follow your intuitive advice and just like move out of the heart space, because if we were living in an ideal world that would be an option, but I feel like logic and intuition come together to bring you like something really valuable, a really valuable experience. And it feels like you'll have to use both. But I do feel like the heart is like trying to tell you something here. And it's up to you if you're going to listen. All right, so we're moving over to the last column that we have. And we have in the world, not of the world. I love when this card comes out. Traditionally, the author talks about not being limited to things that are earth-based, like daring to transcend earthly expectations that are either put upon us by people around us or that we put up on ourselves. Like, can you dare to dream? Can you dare to think outside of the box? Can you dare to let go of an old identity or an old way of doing things that fits in with customs and conventions of the world and do things according to how you are being led to do them, no matter how unconventional or strange or weird that may look to others? But to me, in this reading, as the cards often do, they speak in different ways at different times to me. But in this reading, this card is talking to me about otherworldliness. Like, that's the word that came out to me in my mind when I pulled this card. Something is otherworldly, and it may be a connection that you have with someone else. And maybe that's why logically it makes no sense for you to feel this way, but you do. So beneath that, we have the King of Wands, which also came out in the Aquarius and Pisces reading last month. We have this King of Wands, and I don't feel like this is you, Taurus. I feel like this is somebody who you're dealing with. And what's funny is, as I look at the table, this King of Wands is facing you directly, and you are facing this King of Wands directly. So it feels like a lot of you are dealing with someone significant. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be a fire sign. This is often somebody who is like a leadership type. The King of Wands is usually known as the entrepreneur, or they're known as a person who could be very athletic, person who is sometimes very attractive, will go after what it is that they want. Very passionate. and is the mature court card. King and Queen of Wands, it's the mature court card of getting things done with enthusiasm. Like if you're gonna bet on anyone to like pave the way, it will be the King of Wands. They're often the first to do things. They're often trailblazers. That's the kind of energy that the King of Wands has. So if there's anybody in your life that like reminds you of that energy, it may be like you having a significant experience with them in the month of June or whenever you see this. But the King of Wands is clarified by the Four of Cups. So this King of Wands is either feeling rejected or just feeling rejected, or feeling like what they are offering is being rejected, or feeling like they're not getting what it is that they want, or feeling like they have everything but the thing that they want. And then we have the Five of Cups and the Star beside that. So this King of Wands is dealing with some disappointment, maybe disappointment around healing something. Maybe this is the person that you're dealing with and you not wanting to repeat another cycle with this King of Wands. And so they're coming up as very, very disappointed that they feel guided. This is so spiritual. It feels like a lot of this stuff is not even being spoken. It's just things that are unfolding in the 5D. So it's things that can be felt with the heart, not necessarily understood with the mind. So for some reason, this person may feel guided to you, or they may just feel like they need to heal something with you, to fix something with you, Taurus, and being very disappointed. I don't know about how things are going, how things have been. They're experiencing some disappointment. And this Page of Swords and the Hermit is directly looking at you. So trying to gather as much information on you as possible. And then internalizing that and probably like, I don't know what they're doing with this Hermit, but it feels like they're learning, like they're trying to learn more about you. And as they learn, they're kind of like using that to like learn on their own journey. Because the Hermit is a person that like looks into themselves. The Hermit is the wise one. So it feels like the more they learn about you, or maybe they are learning from you. Maybe they're learning from you. The advice here is all that glitters, and we all know this saying, all that glitters isn't gold, but this card talks about being superficial, being mercurial, being pleased by appearances, but not going deeper. And maybe this is what this person is learning about through you, or needs to learn about through you. Maybe that's what their current lesson is, going beyond the surface, because the King of Wands is like, if you notice, this person has on a very luxurious, fashionable coat, crown, all of the things which a King of Wands cares about, appearances, which is fine, because I feel like in the 21st century, we all care about appearance in some way, some to a further degree than others. But yeah, maybe they're learning about superficiality. Maybe they're learning about being mercurial through you. Maybe that is the lesson here, but the advice here is seeing beyond like surface level stuff, like beyond the jewelry and the appearances and what somebody like can physically provide, and like the superficial things that one has and one owns. And I don't know if this is you learning this lesson from them or them learning it from you, but I feel like one of you is learning this from the other. Maybe it is the King of Wands, because they're the one coming up disappointed. And then the advice from the Angel Oracle is ask for help from others. And I don't think this is a ask for help from other people around you necessarily, but it is a ask your spirit team, like ask them to guide you. If you're making a decision about this King of Wands and like closing out a cycle with them or taking an opportunity with them again, I feel like your guides are there to help you. All you need to do is ask. Like, ask them to show you the way. Ask them for guidance. Ask them for direction in pursuing whatever this is, because I can see that you're very adamant that something has to change when you're dealing with this person. And I think your guides are happy to help you. They just need you to ask. So whether that is them sending you like a confirmation through your dreams, like, or you're asking them for a sign, like show me a sign, show me a red card from some, you know, like ask them and they will help you. So Taurus, I'm gonna leave this here. This was really fun to go through. I hope this was valuable to you, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.